Hey y'all, hope y'all are having a great week. I just wanted to give a huge thanks right off the bat to everybody that hung out with me last night on my live stream questions and answers. That was awesome. We had almost 2,000 people pop in. Thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to probably do it about every 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to try to compete with football again because, you know, that's probably a bad idea. So we'll figure out a good time to do that during football season. So keep updated. We will be letting you know when we're going to be doing our next live stream, probably about every 2 weeks. Today though, we are going to go over another common problem I see at the shop, and homeowners do not know how to do it themselves, and even a lot of commercial people have no idea. But it's a really simple fix, and hopefully this will save you some time, money, and frustration in the future. So I had a customer come in with their CS590 chainsaw, and they had purchased the bar stud to replace themselves and decided to bring it in because their first assumption was that they're going to have to split the case to put it in, which that is not the case at all. Now there's only 2 different bar studs that I ever have to deal with. One fits the Echoes, the Poulans, Craftsman's. It's a really common one, and it looks like this. It's got a square head on it, threads on the other end where the nut goes on, and it's going to go in through the bar oil tank. Now, the other one that goes in the Stihls, because Stihls are different, it has threads on both ends. So you actually don't have to go in through the bar oil tank. You will just go in through the side where the side cover is and the bar is. If this one breaks off, you just unscrew it out. If you have any left to grab a hold of, you just unscrew the old part out. Or if a lot of times people mess up their threads if they cross thread it, you just grab some lock pliers and twist it on out. Now, whenever you put it back in, you're going to just want to put maybe a little Loctite on it and screw it in, let it sit for a while before you put it back in. And we're going to show you on a chainsaw about how you're going to do that. But the one that takes a little bit more effort, that's the one that goes in the Echoes, Craftsman's, Poulans, Husqvarnas, stuff like that. So let's get to it. For this demonstration, we will be using the customer's CS590 Echo chainsaw. They brought this one in this week and had sheared off the bar stud completely. So we're going to take this one out and put a new one in and show you just how simple it is. If you're changing one out on the CS590, you are going to want to pre-purchase part number 43301119831 bar stud. If you're going to be changing your bar stud out on a Stihl chainsaw, you are going to want to purchase part number 00009536605. Now this fits tons of Stihl chainsaws, so make sure you're getting the right part before you do order though. But this fits the 024, 026, 028, 034, 036, 038, 044, 046, 048, 064, 066, MS260, MS270, MS280, MS360, MS380, MS440, MS460, MS650, and the MS660. So this goes in lots of stuff. First off, also, if you haven't got any of these 12-inch hemos, you've got to get some. They make life so much easier to get to those hard-to-reach places, and I'm going to put a link in the description box below along with the bar studs. All right, so the first thing we need to do is remove this plate right here. So the only thing really holding it on, some of them might have a screw in the side, this one does not. It's got a little metal prong here against this bar stud, so we're just going to pry that out a little bit, and it comes off really easy. So, and now you won't have any kind of resistance whenever you try to take one of your studs out. Next, we're going to remove all of the bar oil out of the bar oil tank. Now before I go and knock this bar stud back into the oil tank so I can pull it out and put the new one in, I got something super cool to show you. If you do not have one of these yet, they're like 30 bucks. I'm gonna put a link in the description box below if you would like to get one. This is an HD endoscope, and it actually has a camera and a little flashlight on the end of it that will get you into those tiny little places and take video or snapshots. And it's really cool to see the inside of like burned up pistons and just see how bad they are before you actually take something apart. Or a lot of times at work, I will actually go in, take a picture just so I can show the customer when they come to pick their stuff up just how bad it is. So let's scope it out. All right, so I'm sure the high dollar ones are probably just like this one. This one was only 30 bucks. Like I said, I'm gonna put a link in the description box below, but it is super simple to use. You're gonna put an app on a tablet or a cell phone, and once you do that, you're able to just go into your Wi-Fi settings and it will pop up HD Endoscope, and you click on that, go back to the app, open it up, and it's ready to roll. It has a function to where it can dim and brighten the light on it. It's really neat. You can take video, you can take snapshots. So we're going to go into this bar oil tank and we're going to show you the back ends of the studs, where they're at, and where we're going to go back in whenever we put the new studs in. So let's go down here. We've got, that's the bar oil line and the filter over on that end. But we're going to go to the back end here. Now this is a metal housing inside here, and we've got one square-headed stud there. That's the one we're going to be removing, and another one here, and they're going to fit back in those square areas whenever you put them back in. Now you're not going to really have a problem in messing it up because it is square, so with a square head, so that's nice, but it's not a plastic housing that's going to be destroyed. So the biggest part though is my handy dandy hemos, those 12 inches. They come in real handy to get these lined up. All right, so now that we have removed the bar oil and the side cover plate here, we're going to use a hammer or something to knock this stud back into the bar oil tank. It's falling through. Everything still looks good on this side. And we've removed the old bar stud. All right, so next I'm going to go back into the bar oil tank with this one and my long hemostats, and I'm not going to be able to show you putting it into the slot, but you get the gist of it. All right, so we've got the new bar stud through. The square is fitting inside of the square slot inside the bar oil tank. Now we are going to put a nut on and tighten it down to where it will pull itself through, but you're going to want to find some kind of bushing to get past this non-threaded area. And first we're going to go ahead and grab a nut. All right, we're going to put the nut on. This is the one off my Stihl chainsaw because I did not bring an Echo nut home. We're going to tighten it down. And as you feel it tightening a little bit, you're going to want to look back inside of your oil tank and recheck and make sure that it's still in that square slot. Another way you can get a feel for it is once you have your nut on and you're able to just put it on the very edge and you're able to move it in and out with that nut, if you hold on to it with your thumb on the end of it, you can turn the bolt around until you know, like right here, I know that it's not sitting in the square because it won't come down at all, but then I come right here and it's in the square. So we're going to hold it out in the square as we're tightening with our fingers the nut. Now the bolt has not moved since we did that. Now we're going to tighten it down. All right, once you get it to this point, you don't want to go any farther because there are no threads behind here. So we're going to back the nut off, take it off with our fingers here. All right, once we've got it to this point, you're going to find some washers and put them right there. And we're going to put the nut back on. We're going to tighten some more. You can keep stacking washers, but we're going to go ahead, and since we're out far enough, I've got a little bushing here and I'm going to put that on, and we're going to tighten it the rest of the way until it comes out even with this other bar stud. And we're good to go. We're all even here. And it's fixed. And don't forget, you're going to want to put your side plate back on. You might press this in just a little bit to give it that tension against this bar stud so it'll stay on and won't pop off. If you ever have one that is popping off on you, you can do that. So there is a little tab on this one that sort of goes behind this area. So you're just going to slide that back on. And it's all in place. All right, this is my Stihl, and my husband has been cutting wood with it, so it is dirty nasty. Sorry, fellas. But as you can see on these bar studs, I'm not going to take mine out to put one back in, but the long part goes into the case, and you will want to put some kind of Loctite on it. You can grab pliers if one of yours is stripped and you just need to get it out, grab pliers, twist it on out, and put a new one in. Really simple. So thanks again for tuning back into Mechanic. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will see all of my videos, hopefully saving you time, money, and frustration in the future. If you need any of this stuff, the bar studs, the hemostats, check the description box below, or that nice HD scope, you are going to want to get one. It is a fun little tool to play with. I will have all of it below with links so you can click on it and find it just for yourself. Thanks, and have a great day.